Oh no, what is happening right now?
Absolutely, and we're going to see as we go into Icebox. I'm going to be casting the beginning while your original caster is running some personal errands. Shouldn't be. Don't worry, no big deal. Just should be back very soon. So we are seeing here that um, the
Everything
Bonzon has
is
already picked all the team. So has Breaking Bad now. We are seeing actually some mirror here, uh, almost mirror, I should say. We have the same duelist. We have both a Neon. We have the same main controller with Sage, and we have the same initiator here with a KO. The difference being into the Smoker, Omen, and on one side, Viper on the other. While Breaking Bad has Sova as an initiator, as a secondary initiator. Bonzon choosing the secondary Sentinel with a Killjoy. So we have a defense team that is once again very defensive, attacking team that is once again very attacky. We are really once again betting on the first half of the match.
it's so weird to me that Sage is considered a sentinel, but it just feels so weird. I guess it feels alienated because of the other sentinels and how they work. Like Cypher literally had tripwires, and then we have Chambers with slows, and then we have Killjoys with mollies and an alarm buttons, and Sage just has a wall. And I mean, it is very impactful. It's just, I guess it feels very different, I suppose. And then yeah, as you mentioned, we got the two neons again, still at their um, roles. And I think pretty much everything on the Bone Zone side is pretty much the same. Yeah, they have Viper again on Sleepy. I think Sleepy was Omen earlier, right? And the Ascent came, or I think so. And then Defa was on the Killjoy again earlier. Again, Retro Smile on the Neon, very classic. Ace of Spades again on the Sage, and Urkix and on the KO. And looks like the only thing that changed for attacker side was Jojo and Sal Goodman.
We are seeing Jojo here on a Sova rather than a second duelist. And sorry, install Good Woman here, not going for the Viper, which is kind of surprising in Icebox, where Viper is such a strong pick, right? But rather
Definitely.
on an Omen, definitely what you're going to expect from Omen on a map like Icebox is, I believe, is really cutting the vision for a fast attack. I would say.
I think it's just I think people have opted more now for like dome smokers because of the whole buff thing. But you're right. I definitely feel like the Viper thing is just like Viper's just definitely stronger on this map because of how wide it is.
And as the game is going to start, I'm going to turn over to your original caster as she's coming back, and I'll see you at the end for the final analyst desk.
Woo!
Woo! Hello, Canoe. As we
Oh,
go into as
we're
we have
going to the third
encounter.
game with my delusional head. I promise you guys, the casting is just only going to get either worse with me or better. Honestly, I mean,
Honestly, I think you've been doing a wonderful job, Canoe.
thank you, Teo. You have been doing a wonderful job, doing a little being an artist, color coding everything. Is that color casting?
Color
Color
casting,
casting, yes. And I think
indeed.
do we have another? Do we have another one? Okay, okay. I thought we did. Looks like we're gonna start the game right off the bat, 0-0, and looks like um the Bone Zone is going to be on the defender side. Am I correct? Yeah, I think so. And then we have the Breaking Bad crew on the attacker side. Unfortunately,
Okay.
Jesse Pinkman is not joining us. Unfortunately.
Quite unfortunate. I do agree. As we go into this game, uh,
Yeah, look at that.
we're
What a setup right now. They immediately have that arrow going into mid. They're just gonna run it down cheese. They care the world. None of them are kitchen too. They do not know what is happening. They're just immediately gonna go there. Extra throwing that dart down. That, knife down. Doesn't get anything. Oh! Extras with a lot of damage on them. Flying in like a hawk. Gets the kill. Ace of Spades going in with their Killjoy. Trying to converge and trying to stop this plan from happening. However, Defa like doing some damage there. Not really worth it. 25 seconds on the clock with that Sage heal. I don't think it's going to go into that Killjoy anytime soon.
One enemy
Some
remaining.
damage right there.
Right
Jojo
here.
with a first kill. Ooh, this is not looking
Pushing
good for
here.
Defa. Peeking out, they already know where they are. That's a little pistol shot, giving away their position. And it's going to be quite disadvantage for them. However, I don't think they're gonna get any kills right there. It's a 3K for Walter White Jr.
I just want to quickly talk about the value of the classic, right?
Mhm.
Even though the classic has been nerfed recently, I mean, not recently, it's been nerfed since like the days where everybody would use it. But still, the classic right click has a lot of value, and Walter White Jr. really showed us that, especially with that flying in right click, and then cleaning up at the end there. Like it's a free gun moment.
It really
Truly.
is like
Placing swarm
a
grenade.
chance thing though, or maybe that's just me. Because honestly, I have been in people's faces and I've right clicked and it hasn't done anything. So I mean, I could just.
Destroy.
It's like we're
Yeah, I
starting
truly
right off
do
the
agree.
bat with a dart onto A, and it's just immediately rotating off. Or do they have any buys? No, Dice is like goes. On Spectre is pushing on, Breaking Bad. Looks like again, kick, slide in, try to get 2 kills. However, Retro and another one from Zeiss onto Sal Goodman and Hank.
Spike down A.
Retro might just gets another pick, leaving the defenders who are on a save, by the way,
One
on a
enemy
with a
remaining.
4v1. Oh,
Unfortunately for
Sova,
Walter White.
Jojo left in a 1v4, trying to see if he can do anything with this Vandal.
Mr. White, why did you teleport?
as we
Revealing area.
as
That
we
was Jojo with a little dart there. Now they're gonna know where they are, but they do have a Vandal here. Are they going to save? Maybe try to get a couple of picks here or something? Nah, they're just gonna be playing here a little passively. Spots one out, immediately tries to dodge it, but they have a Spectre here peeking onto Nest. They're not even gonna try to
30
spam it.
seconds
I
left.
think this person might try. No, they're gonna be slowed. Not even gonna be given a chance to peek. They're gonna be denied that fact. They're just gonna run it down and just wait for a person to maybe peek into its sight. It looks like they heard that mid push, and I don't think they're
I
gonna
think-
be playing together.
10
here.
seconds
I
left.
think Retro Smile is gonna be caught off guard.
Never mind. Jojo gets caught off guard here
Yeah,
as it
Jojo
as
gets caught off guard there.
But this is why buying a Vandal on the second round is so dangerous. If and
risk.
when let's say the other side wins that anti-eco, you're practically giving 5,000 credits to the other team, which is insane economic value, right? And now this does leave the attackers here on quite a bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah, you'd have to be a W go kill kind of guy who has probably an 80% success rate on frags if you're willing to make that risk onto a
There-
Vandal or any sort of like a buy weapon, especially. So now they're gonna immediately just run it down like in the first thing. Oh, but Retro Smile with a spray transfer onto the other Walter White and Jojo. However, they get traded out. Ace of Spades just waiting for this target right there. Looks like they're just gonna walk into their death trap. Are they gonna get it? No, not at all. That neon wall blocked them out. Walter White gets a kill onto Ace of Spades. Sage Diff, Zeiss with their KO, moving on towards the site. Breaking Bad has this on lockdown, just like they did with their drugs. Hank with a little slide kill onto Defo.
Player
Zeiss treating it
standing.
out with Walter.
Spike
Hank
planted.
going crazy with the kitchen kill, and Zeiss alone here to deal with the Breaking Bad crew. Hank tries to peek in a 3K for Zeiss. Or I mean for Hank. My bad.
Well, Pinot, what do you think went wrong there?
I think what went wrong there was just an aim diff. I honestly think it was just an aim diff. They had it under a death trap, you know, that the Ace of Spades was like really looking.
You
into
also have
that
to
kill over there, but
But honestly, I really think that the mistake came from last round. That Vandal, again, seeing a lot of value here. But also, I really like the idea of going into Kitchen. Like, Kitchen is a really important space in the map, and that's why the tube wall is so important. But especially what I noticed in low elo is they don't necessarily respect that, and I really like the fact that they did here. Just Geffa has one. Geffa is in that corner. Doesn't manage to get a one with the Bucky.
that's a value though. Ooh, one tap from Ace onto Goodman
Spike
getting
planted.
traded out. Hank with a kill onto X here. So now they're just trying to take control of this site. Ace of Spades taking little peeks and prods into the site. Let's try to push it out. However, it just lands towards him. Actually getting a kill onto Walter White.
Last player standing.
To get another kill, but Hank with a 4K and a JoJo to finish it up. 1 to 3. Breaking Bad looking really fresh right now.
Breaking Bad is finally redeeming themselves from blowing their lead from last game. This is them saying, yes, we lost that last map, but doesn't mean we're out of this whole series, and they're trying to bring it back here.
Jesse, we're gonna win this IVQCS thing.
Yes, exactly.
So stupid
Exactly.
what I'm doing. Oh my god. But anyway, they're gonna move on to the next round. It's the 4th round. It looks like Ace of Spades is looking to block this right off the bat. I don't think that's gonna put them into much value, but it's going, yeah, especially with their Omen taking that teleport right there. I think it's going to give them a little bit of time to stall. And it's going to give them enough time to rotate from the side. However, Ace of Spades is holding this angle with a Spectre. Respectable, however, they get spotted out. Defa playing behind the wall. They decided not gonna play with that wall right
As
there.
we kind of see them set up for a retake, I just want to talk about that stage wall. That stage wall, this is why stage on this map is so of value. As we see a res come out from the stage, only has a Spectre. Retrimount cannot find one. Leaving defenders in a 2v5 situation here. Trying to break back into sight, kind of stuck in kitchen. The Sova Dart is making sure they cannot come out. As Retro swings, Walter and Hank there just kind of cleans out everyone else, giving them a 4th round. What do you think that the Bone Zone has to do to get back into the series, Canoe?
I honestly think they have to find some way to counter Breaking Bad's aggressiveness, especially with Hank being really aggro here and pushing on the side with their neon craziness. Because seriously, this guy and Walter White are like the best combo. If not,
This whole series has been a battle of the neons, and you know, I am all here for it. You know, I thought I was gonna watch Valorant today. No, I'm casting Apex today.
they're just watching Octane players. Look at that Retro Smile with an Octane. That tries to get a
Spike down B.
X-Riz though, however, gets the trade-off as a 4v defender sided. Oh, so good woman to get that on that. Ooh. Doesn't get the kill.
One enemy remaining.
Kill on the eight.
One
Nice.
enemy
Solid
remaining.
Good woman Breaking Bad down into a 1v1 situation, but Jojo's really low. Oh, gets the right click headshot onto JoJo with a free Vandal on their side. That's the first win, or actually the second win for the Bone Zone. My bad. Now we're moving on to the 7th round. Yeah, the 7th round. Look at that kill.
Honestly, I really like the idea that the defenders had. They kind of went backwards a little, kind of giving them the respect and then kind of coming together as a retake instead. And I really like that from the side of defenders. I really want to see a little bit more of that, honestly.
Placing swamp grenade.
So they're just gonna be like, yeah, see 2 people, one person mid is gonna be checking that if anything's going to happen. I think it's gonna have some up a lineup maybe. Never mind. Team 5 manning A, pushing onto site here. Towards that air. Knife coming in, getting a lot of info right there.
The Killjoy ultimate coming in. Trying to say that no, A is our side as Rectamile is in a position for a flank, but manages to get spot out, giving the attacker 2-man advantage and forcing them to rotate. There's no Sage Res as well, so kind of in a dire situation as they all run into kitchen. Sage Wall is broken.
Right now. I don't think it's gonna have much value though, as they're making their way downtown. I mean, into the kitchen.
I mean, the kitchen is basically downtown, right?
Basically.
And Ace and they picking out Ace, giving the attackers the 7th round of this game.
Flawless Team Ace from Breaking Bad.
I also would like to talk about, I love the adaptation, and it's like last game I felt like it has come to snail right, but really this map we're finally seeing a little bit more speed. And can we just talk about Hank for a second? Hank has been wonderful for this team.
Hank has been wonderful for this team, truly.
Truly.
Oh my god, I hate the Breaking Bad jokes so much.
Scanning
I love
ahead.
them so much. Looks like Breaking Bad is gonna go for another 5-man here. Neon probably alerting them, hey, I saw a little dart fly by, whiz over to A. I need you guys. Toronto, Retro, peeks out, gets a peek onto pipes, calls it out. This guy teleports all over the place. Can't move for that
Spike
plant. Tries to push it out, but Zeiss, ooh, unfortunately for Zeiss, gets picked out by that by Sova ult. Now, someone trying to flank here. This could definitely be beneficial for their team if they get. They get it right. Ooh, gets one pick. Sounds good woman. Can they get a second? They get a second. Now they
The
know.
fella
it's
has kind of made the man advantage even as Hank goes for the kill. Doesn't manage to get it, but Jojo
Last
gets
player
it. As
standing.
Ace is left alone on Raptors to be fighting a 1v3 with only a Spectre. Can he do it? Managed to get one. Can he get another?
One
Peeks,
enemy
gets
remaining.
the open.
That timing was amazing.
But
And
there's not
now-
enough time to clean up the round as he leaves, saving his gun.
He gets us. Unfortunately for them, he actually. They don't get a vandal, unfortunately, but they do manage to get rid of their guns, which is still an economic damage for them. Like still.
And honestly, in this elo, the Spectre is godly. But the ability to run and gun is just unbeatable at
Yeah,
times.
Defa got two there, despite like the Sage being on Raptors and them being on me. Like somehow, I just tried to press M to.
Scanning ahead.
Call out, guys. I'm sorry.
as we see it, I like this arrow. I love the conditioning. You know, sometimes luck is involved in this game, and what we saw there was just pure luck.
Okay, that was crazy. Oh wow. Okay, Retro. Looks like they're gonna funnel them in. Unfortunately, gets peeked out. Now it's an even number of 3v3. That's Stinger, but they're planted onto A. Now they're just
I can't
looking
use
onto B. Looks like the Ace of Spades could time them out really well here. Fortunately, they don't. It's like something.
Fortunately, they do only have a Spectre as Jojo goes back into the game. Trying to see if there's anything to be had. Just look. Will he look through the window? Kale waiting with that Guardian. Oh, doesn't manage to get a pick as Jojo swings. The Stinger is just not. Oh, Stinger manages to get the pick onto Jojo. It's a 2v2 now. The both sides just have an ult if they want to invest into this round. As we go, the defenders left to
One
try and
enemy
take a
remaining.
retake with only a Stinger and a Spectre. Managed to get a pick onto Saul Goodman, which leaves
One
Sage in a
remaining.
1v2.
Oh.
Get Walter White Jr. gets another, and closes out the round. Ace of Spades, just trying to save a gun here. Managed to find Vandal. What do you think they could have done better, Kano?
I think, in general, there, I think they could have like played. I mean, yeah, sure, they had like lower guns, but there were a lot of opportunities there that could have been used, like the Sage funneling them in outside of kitchen. That was good, but I think I just got timed out. Reform there got timed out. Yeah, I think it was just unfortunate, honestly.
I agree here. As we're gonna see the same arrow. I love the conditioning with this arrow. Like, it every time, like it just kind of gives them so much info, and it does tell them that they're coming in. You know, like I think that conditioning is gonna come into a lot of handiwork for the attacker, especially when they want to go B.
Are they still going to push into B? Like Sova drone gets a little anti there. Oh, trying to get a peek onto it. He doesn't get anything. Ooh, the
Spike
shots
down
are
A.
coming in. Defa with a kill onto Walter and Jojo. Shots are kill onto
One enemy remaining.
Hank playing together. Looks like they take down two.
Bomb
Now
grenade
it's
out.
2v1, but Defa has a Phantom here.
Out.
Will they be able to
You're
get
double,
no?
double.
Hank gets another
up?
one, and now it's
Yep.
That round, you know, KO with the Sheriff tried to be, you know, a Midwestern cowboy, but ultimately could not, and just could not close out the round either. As we see a Bulldog and a Guardian, we're seeing a little bit of a split buy again as we go into this next round here. I think what they're doing right for the attackers is they're picking up the speed. They realize that the Bone Zone doesn't have an answer for that aggression, that speed, and they're doing a wonderful job. And then, I mean, the attackers are doing a wonderful job kind of abusing it. Even with the same utility, there's just not much that the defenders can do. So why change? So why change our style when they can't even counter it? You know, number one rule of ranked: if something is gonna work, don't change it. As we see Walter Jr. get a pick onto the KO, it's a 4v5 as Retro is in a quite deep position for a fight. Managed to find the pick onto Walter Wyatt. Zeppy gets 2. Lucius, the attackers in a 2v1. Breaking Bad is left to see what they can do with the rest of this round. Retro Smile is on the flank. There's a lot of
One
map
enemy
pressure
remaining.
as Walter White Jr. is left alone and ultimately getting cleaned up by Retro Smile. Wow,
Looks like
that
final
round.
light came in clutch for them. Retro in a flank.
Charges.
Those 2 picks
Last
were
round
very,
before the
very
switch.
lucky. Or, sorry, not lucky. No, definitely not lucky. Those were very skillful. Obviously, that
Mhm.
flank came in clutch. I think, yeah, they definitely need to make use of the flank a lot more, because they know they're just gonna 5-man. But I think the problem is they're so aggressive that once they like have the flank down, everyone's gonna be gone. So I think that's why they're like afraid to do this whole flank thing, because they're gonna be like, okay, well, I'd rather help side because they're gonna be dead by the time that I'm playing. And now it's
Well,
just
now
gonna
coming
be
in this round, we're gonna see a different Sova Dart as the ball goes down in 2.
They just wait to get it's nothing. Ooh, they really feel at home in their kitchen. Making meth, making all that drugs. Now they're pushing it inside. You're gonna get that plant down. No, Retro Smile tries to get a peek. Now they know where they are. Ace of Spades. Now one more. Zeppy gets a kill on Saul Goodman with the ult. Retro Smile.
One
So
enemy
relaxy. So good. Now they just have one more. Now it's a 1v1 between Neons, and then they just got diffed. Hank with their finger guns, just better. Now they're trying to plant this down.
Spike planted.
Are they going to be able to do anything? Timing there.
Has the finger. I mean, Hank has traditionally been really, really good, but they don't have much blood to work with here as they try and get this retake, try and defend the side. But Zycy,
Shot mid-air. That was necessary though.
giving them the 8-4,
Giving them
which is honestly, I would say it's a nerf, you know? The 8, it's not the 9-3.
Switching sides.
The 9-3 curse. I mean, at this point, I think we should just not say anything because we're gonna curse them again. As we did earlier.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Yes, I do agree. I mean, you've been casting for what? 8? This is your 5th map casting today? Like, honestly, your stamina is impressive as we go into this attacking map here. What do you want to see Breaking Bad do here?
I mean, look, the Bone Zone, they just have had too much calcium. That's it. They just have to, like, keep penetrating more and more into it, because honestly, the Bone Zone is kind of picking up the pace. They're drinking their milk. They know where they're going. Oh, C1, Walter White, again, with a kill onto Retro Smile. They're gonna have to pick this guy off. No, he gets one more. No, Defa gets pick onto Walter White. Are they gonna get a second? No, it's just a 3v4. Ooh, Retro backs off. I mean, Neon. Oh, good woman is going for another flank, but no, Defa!
Go, go, go.
Again, with another flank, with her Frenzy, gets another one, even numbers out. They're gonna thin it out. Gonna go back into B. Zeppy, Hank looking for another pick here. Now he goes into the smoke. Doesn't matter. No, he's just gonna start facing the ball. I think they ran out of air there. Fortunately for them, but it's gonna still be a 2v3. Oh,
Last player
Zeppy
standing.
gets a kill onto Walter. Now it's 2v1. Hank towards Ace. Oh,
That
gets
was
a
their
kill
best,
onto
ba?
Zeppy. Now it's a
Not
I
impressive.
think the Killjoy had disconnected there.
Yeah, disconnected there.
We might see another rollback, unfortunately.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think we're gonna roll it back because it happened mid-game.
True. Yeah.
And it's
I
something
think-
we cannot control. But we are going to pause. I think we are going to pause.
We are gonna pause here. As we go into this pause, I really want to talk about Walter White's play there. Like going up onto the onto what is that called? Is there even a call out for that? Because it's so like only Jets and Omens could get up there, and maybe a Raise if you see one. Like it was impressive, to be honest with you.
I think you can time that well, like if you were doing it with a with a raise beforehand. But yeah, like Omen on top of those boxes, they're a deadly combo, especially if they know what they're doing. I remember there was a game with Vision Strikers. I think now they're called VRX, where they had this conditioning thing where their Omen just sat there and then they just had B on lockdown. Literally, no one could come. Because this Omen was just there, and they were like, okay, I don't want to risk this guy. This guy has the off angles. I'm gonna get popped in my head if I push this. So
And especially because that angle is incredibly difficult to see. Like, because if you want to shoot that angle, you have to do a head, like a wall bang, and it's very difficult. And I love to see people who abuse, you know, that you want to take advantage. Like, coming to this map, I was honestly skeptical about the Omen pick because admittedly, Omen is worse than Viper on this map.
Yeah,
Objectively
I agree.
speaking, but that play has convinced me that the Omen player on Breaking Bad is playing this pick because he has a plan, and a plan is playing off angles, which is honestly powerful on a map like this.
The thing I like about off angles too is it's also difficult for you, because especially like the elevation changes and how you're going to move your mouse in accordance to like how they're going to stream. Sorry. They keep switching to the ass, man. I don't know why. But as I was saying, like seriously, when you're doing off angles, you're also at a disadvantage and also at an advantage. I mean, it's going to matter based on your skill, obviously, like with everything. But I don't know. I just wanted to point out that like that's what I like about it. Like seriously, the Omen there, they had a lot of like angles that they could get shot from. They had the one that they could come out from garage, and the one that just immediately went straight into B long. But they still got 2 picks right off the bat, and they got traded last, right? And I think that it really just like is dependent on like the skill level of the person performing the off angles, and I think that they know what they're doing. Instead of picking Viper, they're just like, okay, well.
I think especially after the changes to this map, Omen has become a viable pick on this map again because
smokers.
and I feel like if this was Icebox before it got a rework, I'd be very skeptical. But like Walter White has shown me the power of this pick, and I'm honestly very impressed.
Walter White has showed me the magic of this pick.
And I think in some way it is ironic that we get the one map that there's a kitchen and we're seeing the Breaking Bad characters on
That
it.
is so funny to me. And they're also always pushing it, and I'm like, okay, that's definitely in character.
Exactly. The Breaking Bad
Mr.
on.
White.
But let's talk about the Bone Zone for a second. What do you think they need to do to get back into this game?
Since they're attackers right now, and we haven't seen much except 2-player games, I think they're gonna have to clear out angles more efficiently and not get caught off guard, especially since earlier. And now they're gonna have to be like they're gonna be in a force buy here, and they're gonna have to ante that with what they can get. And looks like all of them are pushed up B, and most of them are also B. So it could be a bloodbath unless they change their mind, but I think they're set on doing this.
I mean, what if their stream sniped during the attack?
I don't know if they can be stream sniping. That would be crazy. Anyone's stream sniping, bruh. I just saw one person leave. I just saw one person leave the YouTube and the Twitch, and I'm like, huh? Oh, looks like we're getting into the game right off the bat. This is going to be a bloodbath. They have one person on A and 4 people on B looking towards main with Spectres. This is going to be a bloodbath unless they connect their shots like crazy. Oh, that is right off the bat.
Walter White is up on that angle as well. But I think the attackers have realized, oh, they're here and trying to go. But then Jojo is going on a fast work with the Spectre. He can out-duel people right now. as Jojo
No
gets
more.
the pick onto onto Zelsi as the remaining attackers try and get value. Walter White barely misses that
Last
kill
player standing.
as
Mr.
it
White,
leaves
you gotta
Retro
get the
Smile. Oh, Retro
no.
with Smile just left in a 1v2, but ultimately cannot clean out that round for them.
Unfortunately for them, they could not. Fortunately for them, they could not get it. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry for that. Hold on.
Was that your
Music.
alarm for the morning?
Yep, that was my alarm for the morning. Anyways, as I was saying, I think that honestly, I was pretty impressed. I expected them to just run it down, and then die, but it looks like they kept it up. They actually got some eliminations there, which was crazy because they had 4 stack B. But wow, looks like they're just gonna be pushing again, like 5-man. Oh, but they're gonna have their kill. Never mind, I forgot their kill chain was okay. I thought their kill chain was playing an off angle. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Walter White little peek from pipes.
As we go into this round, as Walter White Jr. is kind of being a little more aggressive, being a little up in the position, as X crits comes up, as there's a flank going on though. Could find a lot of value. Finds the
That was not their
AFK.
fault. That was not their fault.
Good
Oh,
man,
Southernman
just
trying to get another pick here, but man, they had the dink on the Hank. I mean, sorry, the Retro. And
Retro
gets
Smile
back in
goes
modern time.
down. Retro Smile is not smiling after that.
That's so shameless.
Yes.
It's like
Strike
X
down
goes for that
A.
push,
Last
usually
player
goes
standing.
for the spray. Another one, Walter White out to X-Rays, Ace of Spades down. Situation Hank with a 2K. Now it's 4-11. Ah. Big.
Yes, as there's just 2 more rounds for
Wow.
Breaking Bad to close out the series. This series so far has been an absolute roller coaster to cast. And
mean,
this
yeah.
map is the first map I'm really confident in Breaking Bad's ability to break into site, to get map control. Being able to get all those pushes, and they're doing a wonderful job, to be honest with you.
They're gonna have to break in, you know. They're gonna have to bone into the zone, as I would say. Because
Of course, bowing into the zone.
yeah,
As
as
Retro
the name
Smile
suggests,
is Retro Smile just kind of holding the angle, seeing if there's anything that could be done.
so we're gonna have to push in here, waiting for them to push. Oh, looks like they're just gonna wait it out. Looks like we have some complaints from the players saying that, unfortunately, since some of them have disconnected, that we'd have to wait.
I mean, I think the rulebook states that we're there. You guys, we're not supposed to wait this long.
Enemy suppressed.
Enemy tag.
I mean, what do you think? I guess it is another tech pause.
One enemy
I
remaining.
guess.
Ace.
As Walter White scores an ace with the knives.
Match point.
I mean,
Are they gonna roll this back, or are they gonna take?
I think. I think there's not much that can be done now. Besides the drama, what do you think we can? What do you think we can like? What do you think that could be done for the side of attackers? I understand it's a 4v5, but if they're on the attacking half, they can really play numbers here, right? Kind of just being very aggressive, playing the numbers.
I think, yeah.
And yeah, I suppose instead we're getting a protest here down at mid. I mean, if any of the players are, you know, they're kind of as they're as if any of the players that listen to the cast, I understand that this might seem unfair, but we're to be honest with you, especially for the side of the casters and the production, we're all very tired. A lot of us are Asian. We're all Asian and
This
European.
is
We're I think I think yeah, I think here I think everyone and in the rulebook it states
30
that
seconds
it's
left.
you know you get 10 minutes to find a substitute and the grace period has kind of ended.
Healing area.
Like
There they are. Take flight.
I feel like we should just end this game.
Enemy.
Sorry guys, we just can't. Do
This is
anything about it. It's
yeah, this is just kind of how the game ends as the
10
as I
seconds
think
left.
the game ends here like this. I suppose it's GG's.
Spike
GG.
down. Attacker
I'm sorry,
spawn.
GG's.
guys. 5 minutes max. and they
Defenders
didn't
win.
decide to play it.
We waited 10 minutes and it's a GG's. And
In the room.
finally, Breaking Bad goes to the semi-finals. That was the finals tomorrow against Construction Ahead, if I remember correctly. And I would just like to say thank you for everyone for coming up to the stream. I'm gonna hand it over to the analyst desk now with Canoe and Lotre.
Hey guys, looks like we're moving into the analyst desk with me and Lutra. Unfortunately, there isn't much to comment as we've only had a few rounds, unlike the past few matches we've had earlier. What do you think, Lutra?
I think that anyway, you know, we did have a lot of rounds where people were not disconnected. Like at the end, it was happening a lot, but at the beginning, it wasn't. And we clearly saw that one team was on top and the other there. Breaking Bad was leading on, I believe, the Chesapeake attack first, right?
Yes.